Hello and welcome to this alternate type video review of Crypticle. This is being played on the PS4. Hopefully you've read the review on the site, but if not, consider this your short, compact gameplay type review. Now I'm not going to talk all the way through this, I'll let you get an idea of the game as well, but this is basically how it all starts off. Yep, the cat wants part of it as well. So, this is the beginning of Crypticle. You essentially work through a whole bunch of floors in the game, and each floor has a whole bunch of rooms as you saw on the map there. You've got your basic controls, left stick is moving around, right stick is controlling where you fire. You have the basic weapon, which is the axe hammer type thing, you can see him flicking around there, and it always starts off on the first floor with these zombie type creatures. They're relatively easy to kill. And when you pick up a weapon like this one, throwing stars, it becomes even easier. You'll see this one sort of more of a random wide berth of fire, but when you've got a big pack of them, that kind of works. So this is the basics of how the game works. You progress through each room on the floor, the idea to get through to the boss at the very end of it. Now, as I said, if you've read the review, you'll always know that the boss itself is randomised. You don't always get the same boss at every single playthrough on this game. And you will end up dying a lot. I'm just going to tell you now, you will end up dying a hell of a lot. What you're seeing there is pickup of food. So food is basically a score item in this game. It doesn't give you health. The heart, as you can see at the top there, does give you health. And you've got on the left-hand side, you've got those little green bars, the 3 bars at the moment, which is your number of hits you can take at that particular point. That can change and grow. Now what you got here is a little sort of mini game. This kind of explains it. I'll just let you see what happens. And yes, I really am that bad at climbing on platforms in platformers. There you go. You collect coins, you get to keep the coins, you collect the food, you get the points to the food. This is a point scoring game. There is a table for how many points you can score, but that's not always the most important thing. There you go, took a hit there. Now you see this room is different from the last one. You got that fun little oak spike thing rolling around on the rails around the room. Different enemy types. Here again, you've got another different room, sort of a graveyard type idea with slower zombies, but they take more hits, at least 2 hits for each one. And then you've got another different room like this. Again, it changes every single time. There are certain types of rooms that you'll come across in this game. They do vary a little bit between each level, but because when you play through each floor, it's randomised set of rooms that you get, it's not always going to be the same. This is the one that probably makes me swear the most, with those flame things. And those guys that send flame out at odd angles, they really know the hell out of me. Because if you don't keep an eye on them, you don't quite know where they're going to fire next. Now, as you saw there, their reach doesn't go across the whole screen, but it's still annoying in that Bomberman, oh crap, I've got to run away now kind of game. But again, you'll see you've got sort of slower zombies type mummies, and they take a few more hits again. So it's about balancing your weapons, balancing your power-ups, getting those power-ups, getting the special weapon pickups, and then when to use them. Again, you've got more of a bouncing hammer flying around the screen this time. And those purple things, you see, they're trolls. They appear near the end of a level. So if you don't finish a room. If you don't finish the room in time, they will start appearing. So you haven't got forever to clear the room of all the enemies. Those trolls, you can't really kill them. And more appear the longer you stay in that room. So it is ideal to get round and kill everything as quick as you possibly can to get out and move on. You'll spot this room has sand as well. That slows you down quite a lot. And this room comes up with a different enemy type, those slug silverfish type things, which can go fast and slow and can be a right pain in the backside. Never mind the goose shooting Audreys. Hate those things. So this idea is more of an ambush. What it will do is it will drop in a small amount of enemies for you. It's fairly regular intervals. How they build up and how many you get, it just depends how long you can take them out, basically. But that was a bad idea. So there are barrels which explode with fire, and as you can see, when you get hit by one of the Audrey balls, you end up being stuck to the spot. Bosses. What would a game be without bosses? So, all this is taken from one playthrough that I recorded on floor 1. And this is the one time I actually managed to work out what the hell I was going to do with this boss. This is a boss that had killed me pretty much had killed me every single time I'd faced it before recording this particular section. Let's see how it goes. And those balls flying around the outside, they are protections. They need to go, as well as the blocks, and it gets really difficult. The closer you get, the more he spits out those fireballs. You cannot stay still. Some would call this a slightly cowardly tactic. I was calling it not losing both my hit points. Just one more. There it goes. Let's just say, when I managed to do that, I had a rather large fist pump moment. Yeah, it took a while to get through this one. So here we go. This has gone on to floor 2 now. So you'll see it's kind of the same idea. Still got the rail. Slightly different looking environment this time. But nonetheless, still gives you a bit of a trick. Those little things firing bolts out, I'm calling them zealots. I'm not quite sure the official name, but the developer will correct me on that for sure. But they are a pain because they disappear and reappear randomly around the room. Now, this one here again, you've got a different enemy type. It changes with every single floor you go through, and they get tougher and tougher and tougher. The spiders... I hate spiders. I hate them even more now. And that's how quick you die when you get to the next floor. See at the bottom though, different things have been unlocked, different weapons and a Mr. Neko. I haven't yet worked out what that is or what it does, but there we go. So this is the endless mode that's in the game as well. And you've done a few turns on this, you open up this mode as well. And it's exactly how it sounds. One room, the same room, this one you're seeing now, with different enemy types flung at you in each way. And you got bats in this one there. Now you've got more of a zombie and sort of silverfish kind of idea, and it goes round and round and round. It is as simple as how many waves can you survive. Apparently I suck, because that was 3. This is another playthrough, the next one I did. Got to round 4. This is the moment I went, oh crap. Now I've got spiders and fiery things, and I'm not going to last very long in this one at all. Told you. So the ledger, this gives you a track of everything you've found and unlocked from the game. So you've got 5 pages, as you can see. You've got random food items here. Now these are just points items, firstly. Here you've got weapons. So these are now weapons that will randomly spawn in the rooms, and you can pick up and use them. But as you saw, they have a limited amount of time to be used for. Then you've got treasures you can find. They have different values. They're score values, but they can be quite expensive and give you a lot of good score. Then you've got these things here which give you different abilities, different ways of playing the game. You've got your heart pick up there. It's a food item, but it's just a point item at the end of the day. Then you've got at the end of this one, you've got larger food items which again are bigger score. Yes, that was a really big cheese. So that's it. That's Crypticle. Want a bit more detail on the game? It's all in the review, so go and read that if you haven't already. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay. This has been me sucking up the gameplay in this, but if you want some more of this, you can also see a 2-hour stream that Jamie did. I think it was a couple of weeks ago now, as I'm recording this. But that gives you a much better idea of how the game flows, how it runs through, and also you'll see he's actually much better at it than me, and he got a lot further. But there you go, I'm Crypticle. I love it. Jamie, I know, loves it. So go and get it. Currently, it's £7 on Steam. It's on PS4, it's on Xbox. It's well worth your money. Go get it.